What about the notion, Destiny, I'll ask you first and I'll come back to you, Lily, for a response, that these protesters were provoked? It's almost as if it's been orchestrated for the protests to fail, so to speak, because there is so much provocation. That's one criticism that's been levelled against the Trump administration.
I mean, I think they're being provocative with the National Guard, of course. I agree, rule of law is important. You can't have people engaging in violent acts, but you absolutely don't need to send the National Guard for every single protest. The first protests were a few dozen people. I think the second protest on June 7th, was like 105 people or something. It was like a little bit over 100 people. Why are we deploying the National Guard for this? I feel like the deployment of the National Guard was so arbitrary. It was almost self-defeating by Trump. Gavin Newsom pointed out that Trump was truthing out that the National Guard had managed to quell all of the rioting and it was incredibly successful in its mission. And Trump had posted that truth on Truth Social before the National Guard had even made it to the ground. So I think that it is definitely provocative. I don't think people on the left should be taking the bait. There's no reason to burn stuff down or do anything like that. But I mean, I wish that Trump would stop constantly turning the temperature up on every single conversation just to try to take eyes away from his failed trade policy, his failed international policy, his failed policy in Gaza, his failed domestic policy, like everything else. Like, I wish that he could just try to govern for real instead of just constantly being a provocateur in every single arena.